Alright, good evening everybody. This is Gardening Warrior and I am taking apart, reorganizing my entire mobile pantry unit. So, this is actually what I call the door to my walk-in pantry. It goes right there. I've redone a bunch of the coverings. And I am redoing this entire shelving unit here. I forgot to take a picture of what it looked like before I redid a bunch of stuff. Alright everybody, I am back and now I am finished pretty much with the working pantry number 3. And this is the side dishes, the starches, and of course our all-important juices down there on the bottom. So what I've done is I've gone through and I have, because I just got the all my broths, so I put those all in one place. And I got the gravy mixes and put them together. The top is all of the items we're about to do. I'm about to deal with the dried beans this week, so they're up there. All my supplements I use for my different powders I use for my milkshakes are all here. These are all flours, like all-purpose flour, and all kinds of good stuff. And the reason you see, like my rice, I have one thing of rice now, jarred up rice. Before I had like rice all over the place. Now I have just this one container of jarred rice. Those are each 2 cups. Up here in the working pantry, all the rest is now in the backup pantry where it belongs. And then I refill out of the backup pantry to fill in the working pantry, which is what we're supposed to do. So now it's right. I also took apart some mac and cheese because the boxes were from the school and they were a little questionable looking. So I took them out, put them into bags with the cheese blends, and added some freeze-dried veggies. So that's what's there. Found Jiffy cornbread mix, put all that in one box. That right there is actually side dishes like corn casserole and green bean casserole in there. And I do need to label some of these on this side, but they're already labeled on the other side. That's canned corn. On the other side is our green beans. That right there is actually my meal makers, my kits to make meals. Alrighty then, so I did not record what I thought I just did. This is the front of the working pantry number 3, which is actually the door to the walk-in pantry area. And as you can tell, I've organized it now so that everything's labeled. All the labels are facing outwards. And I only have one of each thing. Like, the top is all the chicken broth and such. In the back of that 32 ounce of chicken broth is my gravy mixes. But it's all neatly labeled. I now have the jars of 2 cups of rice there. And I have all the rest, the backups, in the backup pantry where they belong. Same thing with the mashed potatoes. Those are macaroni and cheese with freeze-dried veggies right there. Those are my meal starter kits from Pampered Chef. I don't know why my camera's going in and out of focus. I apologize. Alright. So that's one done. I'll be back to show you the rest. These are our breakfast items, and they need to go in the backup pantry with the rest of the pancake mixes and the breakfast items so that they can all be together. So we're going to take this off of the mobile unit. This is my mobile milk crate. And put it into the backup pantry where the breakfast items go. Alright, that's my Simply Fit Lemon Blueberry Muffin Mix. Alright, so I think I'm mostly done with my walk-in pantry. I do have some empty spots and some items that need to still go up, but I'll figure that one out. Alright, there is the working pantry number 3. This is the back end, not the front. Most everything is actually labeled on the front end. And like I said, this is the back, not the front. This is actually the back end of the working pantry number 2, which has most of our meals in the bag. And again, this is the back end. The front end is covered. And it's also where the labels are. This here is backup pantry number 3. That's Mom forgetting to put the milk up. There we go. And it's got our soups, bread cubes, croutons. We've got our old-fashioned oats back here, our rice alternatives here. And then it's, of course, covered. This is where I keep most of the sauces and condiments, spices, extra large peanut butters are all kept here. And then we have soup, stews, and chilies in this box. We have our tikka masala in there. We have our Latin Hispanic based meals here. And then we have beef based meals there. We do have some meals underneath here. Those are our freeze-dried based meals. There's some more fruits and veggies down here on the back of the working pantry. And then we have backup pantry number 2. Let me cover up number 3. Put its little label back. And the reason it's so important to me that we label this is because the label tells us where items are when we go to look for things in our inventory to find where we have our food. So that's why we have it labeled. Alright, let's see what's under there. Alright, so backup pantry number 2 has our evaporated milk, our tapioca flour. I'm not really sure what's back there. Oh, some tomato paste and different things like that. Pancake and waffle mix, our cocoa and cashew butter crunch granola, 5-minute grits, some little breakfast kits, our honey bee pollen, some coconut bites, more pancake mixes. There's an oatmeal mix back there. And then our backup pantry number 4 is our freeze-dried and extra canned items. Down there. Not home canned, items in cans. And it goes all the way back there. And this pantry right here is on wheels and it does move. I just have the wheels locked right now and I'm not in the mood to unlock them and show you. You'll just have to trust me. Alright. And that is what's going on here. I do have to find a place for the goulash and the pizza kits. But, like I said, that's tomorrow. Today is day 3 of spring 2026, which is what started all this pantry cleanup and reorganization. Is it's time for the spring reset. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. Bye. I forgot to put my door back. I'll get right on that. Good evening, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior. We are back at the Q table with the month of March's Thrive Market haul. Now this is actually 32 pieces, and the total came to $157.16. That's after I used $6 of my Thrive Market credits. And so let's go over what I got here. This is all to replenish for 6 months. The first item that we got was the Thrive Market organic chicken broth, 32 ounce, and those are $2.99 a piece, and I've got 10. See? And the next item was the Kettle and Fire low sodium 32 ounce beef cooking broth, and that was $4.79, and I got 10 of those. And then the next items I got was the instant bone broth sticks, and there's 4 in each one of these. I got 6 chicken and 6 beef, and each one was $7.19. So all in all, that's 32 items and $157 total. I'll put my affiliate link down below so you can shop with me and get a 40% discount off your first order. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night. Bye. Good day, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior, and we are back in the pantry. Day 4 of the spring reset. And the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to take the boxes that are labeled 1, 2, 3, 4. Anyways, I'm going to put them in order, with the number 1 being on the top instead of number 11. I've repurposed the items that were in number 11 because there was only 2 items. One's we're going to have for dinner and the other one's chili based. So it went over there in the other working pantry to be in the chili based meal box. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Ignore the cat and dog's water. And I'll be back in just a minute. And just in case you're wondering, yes, I am inventorying as I do this reset so that I know what is where. See, each box is numbered. That is the top shelf now. Alright, and this is the second shelf. As you can see, it's empty because I moved everything up one. And now we're going to move these up here, and I am going to inventory that as well. Alright, another empty shelf, and now we're going to move those up there. Alright, so I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So this is the finished product. Nice, neat, and organized. Everything is inventoried. Alright, I'll see you in the next one. And again, this is the working pantry number 2, which is where I keep a majority of our meals in the bag. Alright, so this is the working pantry number 3. It is also the door to the walk-in pantry. And it's all nice, neat, and organized. Well, except for somebody got a hold of the juices down there. So what I'm going to do now is just inventory it real quick. Put its little blanket back on. And it'll be ready to go. Good day, everybody. This is Gardening Warrior. We're back in the Q Kitchen with another What's for Dinner. And tonight it is Campbell's Skillet Creamy Parmesan Chicken. And this is just one of the little helpers I have in my kitchen to get dinner ready. Now, I just took the 6 chicken thighs in this little bucket. And I took those out of the freezer. So obviously it's not a meal in a bag. It's a meal from the freezer. And this I do carry over in my pantry, in my working pantry, with a bunch of other meal starters that will be seen in the next few weeks. But I'm now going to pour this creamy Parmesan chicken marinade, I guess, over the chicken and let it sit overnight in the fridge, covered, of course. And then we'll have that tomorrow. And you'll see that. All right. The side we're going to have with that is a cream of mushroom soup. Cream of mushroom cheesy rice. There we go. Now, this is actually inspired by a recipe that I got from Wicked Prepared, but we're not going to make ours into a soup. We're going to make ours into a creamy rice dish. And then for dessert, we're going to make a simple German chocolate cherry crunch. All right, let's get on it. I'll see you in a second.